Hi guys, and welcome back to 3 Layers Deep. I normally don't do these videos. Actually, I have never made one of these videos. And the thing is, I just kind of use the same things all the time. Like, you know, you have your staple things. Well, let's just say that I have, there's several products, a handful of products that I've been using lately now that I haven't used in a while, or that I have not used before at all, and now I use and now I like. Anyway, so I want to start off first with my LA Colors palette. I have been using this. I think I made a video, you know, solely on on this palette right here, and I like it. I think every time for the several weeks now, I think maybe like 3 weeks that I've been wearing makeup, I have been using this a lot more than I've used, you know, any of my other eyeshadows. Maybe it's just because I want to continue to, you know, I want to keep testing it out and stuff like that, and the quality. And let me tell you, I have been using 2 layers of you know, either primer potion or the paint pods, or, you know, whatever primer I use under my eyes, and I always do 2 layers. I explained that in the video that I did about the LA Colors, and the lasting power is really, really good. I don't know, I just think it works. I think it stays. The only thing that I have noticed is, you know, that I just noticed, I guess I just never really pay mind to it, is the fact that it doesn't have a black. It just comes with that nice dark brown. So to deepen it up, I mean, you can always add, you know, black to it, but that's like the only downfall of it. But they're super blendable, they're really creamy. I have it, you know, I did this look today with it. Let me zoom in really quickly. You see, and I just, you know, line my eyes, but look at how beautiful it looks, you know. So I have really been enjoying this palette. You know, give me this beautiful smoky eye, can give you more of a neutral look. I think you can definitely go from day to night with it. So I think it's pretty versatile. So for those of you neutral loving gals, I think for $1 you might like this. I do. So that's definitely my little essentials box. Second is, I've never ever used a product like this because I have oily skin, so it makes sense. But I figured with the colder weather coming up now, I think, you know, I thought maybe I can just kind of get away with it, because, you know, all skins, no matter how oily you are, usually in the winter time, in the colder months, it's still oily, but I think it's more controllable. So I figured, hey, why the heck not? Let me just go ahead and try this product. And I'm talking about a cream blush. I run from those usually. I never use cream blushes for obvious reasons. You put it on, it slips right off. So it's like, what the heck is the point? I happened to be at CVS a few weeks ago, and I was just inspired to try a cream blush. And to be honest with you, drugstores don't really carry that. You don't. There's not a large selection within the cosmetics lines for cream blushes. Is usually just powder blushes. Every time I make videos, I'm itchy everywhere, whether it's my nose, most of the time it's my neck. I look like a little fiend. You're like, ugh. So excuse that, but for some reason everything itches when I film. Anyway, so I picked up the Dream, the Mousse. First of all, it's really light. It's not heavy at all. It's super blendable. You probably can't see it. The color is buildable, definitely. This one's actually called Cloud Wine. And that's what it looks like. And the only thing that sucks is that they don't have, like, with the Mousse blushes, they don't have a large selection. I think there's like 3 colors. And I think it's like, one is Soft Petal, Peach something, and this one is the darkest one that they had, and I figured, well, for the fall, I think it'll work nicely. And I'm like, let me just try it. And I think these run for like almost $8. Well, I picked it up at CVS, so, you know, the drugstores are a bit more expensive than like Walmart or Target. But what I like about this is that it's very fluffy. It's very light. It's just like the same as the foundation. So for those of you guys who tried the Mousse foundation, the concealer is exactly that same texture, that consistency, that airy feel to it. And what I use with it, I use the, first of all, I take a little bit with my finger. I put it on the apples of my cheeks, and like I kind of like lightly blend it out, very lightly with my finger, just to make sure that I don't rub off the foundation, because I put my foundation on, I put my powder on, I put my bronzer and all that good stuff. And the last thing I do is I apply the blush, and then I'll go back and I'll just lightly like pat it with the stippling brush, and as you can see, it's really dirty. And I'll just kind of like feather it out, and you can go from just a very light finish to a bit more berry toned. So I feel like you can definitely, I think it shows up on camera, maybe not, but in person it looks really pretty. And what I like about it is that, you know, with cream blushes, it looks like a natural flush, like from within. So if you do have oily skin and you've steered away from cream blushes, I totally understand you and I totally feel you. But I think the moussey texture makes it very light and super blendable, that I think you can get away with it. And then what I do, I set it with a powder, which I'm gonna show you in a second. Just a very light layer. I just kind of use my kabuki brush and I just lightly just pat it on just to set the blush, and it just looks so nice. I look fresh, I look dewy, or not dewy, I look no, dewy was so not the word I was looking for. I just look nice and fresh, you know, nice pinky cheeks, and it just looks nice. It looks like it's from within, like I've been jogging all day, and or I've been out in the, you know, mountains and, you know, in the cold or something. Anyway, so I do really like this product, and I have been using it in the past 3 weeks. As you can see, I've been using it. So this is the only blush I've been picking up. Also, what I like about this blush, and as well as other cream blushes, that you can use it as a base for another blush, as a powder, you know, like a powder brush. So you can use this as like the base, and then apply, you know, if you're looking for more vibrant cheeks for nighttime or something, you know, you can go ahead and apply a powder brush over it. I'm sorry, a powder blush over it, and you can do that, because I've done that also, and I feel like it lasts, like your powder blush lasts a lot longer. But don't sleep on this blush right here, because I feel like it does have a lasting power. What time is it? 4:20, isn't that something? And I applied this on like around 10, and I still see it on my cheeks. So far so good. All right, so that's another product. What was the first thing I showed you? Okay, next product that I have been using. I picked this product up a couple of months ago, and I have used a similar product before, and it's the Avon Magic's Face Perfector. I used the one when they first came out, it was like the tube. I used that, and I used to use it as, obviously, as a primer. I liked it. It has that nice like silicone-y kind of feel to it, that nice slip to it, and I feel like it does fill in the pores and stuff like that. So I used that last year, was the last time that I used that too. Then a friend of mine from church, she sells Avon, and I saw this one, and this is the Matte Essential Face Mattifier. So it's just like the tube, but it's in a pan form. Where the heck? Okay, there it is. It's in a pan form, and as you can see, I've hit pan on this. And then it has the little fluffy sponge thing here, which I actually do use it with that, and I feel like it's fine because I only use it to apply it, and you know, on a clean face and stuff. My hands are clean, so I do use the sponge. I leave it back in, I put it back in there, and it's fine. But really all you need is a little bit, and it's very smooth on the hands, on the skin. I mean, you apply it, really all you need is just, you know, it's not a lot, you know what I mean? And it does fill in your pores, any fine lines and stuff. Like, I feel like it just really does what it says it does, you know? As far as mattifying. You know, my skin is oily. No matter what I do, like, the oil will come through. I do still have to pat. So when it comes to the whole mattifying part, I don't really see a difference with that, but I do like it as a primer. Maybe if your skin wasn't as oily as mine, then, you know, I'm sure you like that. But I like it just because it's nice and creamy, and it just feels nice on the skin, and like your makeup goes on really, really nice afterwards. So if you've never tried this, I think, and I picked up 2 of these. Anyway, if you can get your hands on it, you might like it, and I would suggest you get maybe a backup because you go through this kind of quick. I've already hit pan, and I think I've had it for like a couple of months. But I don't use makeup every day. So I know no one really talks about things like, you know, not too much Avon products on YouTube, so I figured I'd bring that out. Another product that I love, and I used to use this in the past, and I stopped using it for the longest time because I was using loose powder to set my foundation, especially during the time where my skin was excessively broken out. I just didn't use this. But I picked it up again, and it's the Milani Pressed Minerals. Okay. So yeah, I have been using this already for several weeks. I picked it up, and my color is True Beige. These go for about, I think, like $8 in CVS. That's usually where I pick it up. And this is like a duo makeup, I think, to me. Well, it's pressed minerals. Minerals are obviously good for you. I don't know how good these are for you, but this you can use as, you know, as more of like a medium to full coverage, or you can use it light to medium coverage. It's totally up to you depending on what tool you use to apply it with. You can apply it on your skin itself, and it gives you a nice coverage depending on how much you have to cover. And I do have some spots, but I don't really mind that more natural look. So if I'm going for that, then I'll go ahead and just use this on its own. If I want more coverage, I'll go ahead and put, you know, apply foundation on, a light layer of it, and then I'll, you know, finish off with this powder, and my skin looks nice for the rest of the day. Okay, so that's my other product that I've been loving, that I use, and I'm most likely going to be using from now on. Then, this product, this foundation, I picked it up like a couple of years ago, maybe like, not a couple of years ago, maybe like almost 2 years ago. And I used it a couple times, and first of all, it actually has an SPF of 25 in it. So for pictures, it was like, oh, heck no. It was a no-no. You looked completely like washed out, and it was just not pretty. So I did not use it for the longest time. So the Revlon Colorstay Active, and I guess this says it looks and feels freshly applied all day. Weightless, sweat-proof, light coverage, SPF 25, apply prior to sun exposure. So this is like for those active people, pretty much. Like if, you know, you're out jogging, you know, working out, if you're in the gym. I don't know, if you're out and about, this is, I guess, I don't know what the difference is between this one and the regular Colorstay. Oh, well, it says it's lighter, it's weightless. So the coverage is not as full coverage as the regular makeup, the Colorstay, the Revlon Colorstay, the bottle. It's not, because that one's like medium to full coverage. I think this is like about light to medium coverage, and that's why I have been using this, because I don't need as much coverage. Like right now I have it, I'm wearing it, and it did a good job about covering up whatever it needed to cover up. And then because this one's really, really light against my skin tone, I applied this over it, and it gives me a nice, flawless, even appearance. So I have really been liking this, and this probably goes for, I don't know, between $8 and $10, maybe more, maybe less. So if you're looking for something that's more lightweight, it's in a squeeze tube, so it's very convenient. But just, you know, you want something, you know, light to medium coverage, go ahead and try this. The only drawback to these is that the selection is not that large. I think there's like 5 or 6 shades. So this was like, that's the reason why I have 2 tubes, because it was definitely a trial and error. So yes, I have been using these lately. All right, and my last item that I have is a lipstick, and it's this lipstick right here. I have so been loving this lipstick. I usually like to use it right around like fall and winter. Just, I don't know, it's nice. Is that it has like an orangey undertone, so it's like a red orange, definitely warm tone. And this one is called Dubonnet, and mine broke. Look, it's jacked up. It actually broke off on me the other day. So the last few times I've been wearing makeup, I've been using this lipstick. So I think I've used it so far in this last couple of weeks like 3 or 4 times, and I have just been liking this. It's an amplified lipstick, so the color is very rich and saturated, and I'm not really much of a luster girl too much, so I have really been liking this lipstick. It's nice to, I don't know, find different things. I feel like, I don't know, all the YouTubers kind of use the same thing. Like, there's no diversity, there's no difference. Like, everyone's just using the same thing, and it kind of just gets old after a while. So yeah, I hope you guys found this video helpful when it came to, you know, trying out new things. So that is it. I wanted to bring these out to you guys. I hope you found this helpful, informative, and I will see you guys in my next video. God bless you. Bye.